Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Revell JU87G1 Stuka build in 1/48 scale. And the last time we worked on this, I believe, must have been painting something on the figures. It's been a while since I've messed with this one. And I think I explained in a previous video how I did the panel wash in here. I've actually repainted this. I went ahead and just repainted both sides of the interior of the cockpit. And then, as you can see, it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Glossy, kind of a satiny finish to it. I did go ahead and clear coat over it with a matte clear finish. And I redid the panel line accent, but I tried it first in the black panel line accent, and I really couldn't tell a difference in it. So what I did, and it kind of dirtied it up a little bit. Let's see why that light really, I don't know if you can see that or not. Focus. But there is some of the brown panel wash in it, just kind of dirtied up a little bit, make it look used. Because this is going to be a vehicle that's going to be, as I said, it's probably going to be coming out of it's a tank buster. It's got the cannons on it under the wings, and I'm going to have a T-34 underneath it with do one of those cotton ball LED light explosions that I've seen people do. I thought that would be kind of cool for it. The plane's too small of a scale to do some. It'd really be neat to have lights in a cannon, in the cannons, and have them flash or something. But with the scale, I don't think that's going to be feasible. So I decided to do it after it destroyed a T-34. I think that'd be a cool diorama scene. But in this video, after doing all that and doing the panel wash again, we are going to dry brush some aluminum color on there just to make these details try to pop out a little bit more. And I need to find the brush that I had. This one, I believe it was. And then I'll get a little bit of the aluminum. Gotta look at my... right there. Shake that up a little bit. And what I plan to do, this might be a lengthy video, I don't know, but I'd like to get the dry brushing done here. I did the same thing with this. I matte cleared the instrument panel, and then we're gonna do some dry brushing on that. And I would like to try to do some chipping effects since I have this paint out already on the seats and on the floor a little bit. And then we'll see. I might even glue the pilot and the gunner onto the seats. We'll see how long the video goes, because I tend to ramble on and they can get kind of lengthy. So I'm going to pull this off to the side here. Get this over here. I got my little piece of sponge that I tore off for the chipping effect. This is the aluminum, good. We'll just put a dab or two. We're going to wipe most of this off anyway. I don't like to have that messiness on the end of my bottle either, so maybe it'd be a good idea just to try to clean it up here. Let's get some of that paint on there. Well, maybe it's dried up. Yeah, that was a little dried up on there. Fixed it though, and I'm gonna get another paper towel out because we're gonna get some on the brush, and we're gonna wipe quite a bit of it off because I don't want it too heavy. Get the cap back on the bottle before I knock it over and spill it everywhere, and that wouldn't be good. Just want to get we'll just go ahead and get most of that. It's been a while since I dry brushed, so this could be interesting too. Might have wiped it all off. It might take me a little bit to practice. Ain't so bad. Can I give it a little chip look there too? Kind of like that. I suppose from getting in and out, they're gonna be. There we go. We're just gonna highlight some of them rivets and whatnot. And I wanted to put a little chipping in there anyway, so I kind of like that. This camera, I don't know if it's the light, but it has a heck of a time focusing. I've watched other people's videos where they do the same thing. They're like, come on, camera, focus. I feel their pain now. So we'll do the same thing for this one. We're not gonna... There we go. This side's gonna turn out a little better because you don't really want any paint on it. Just bringing out them... making the details come out. It gives the rivets a little bit of a... just a little bit of a... I don't know what I was trying to say there. I lost my train of thought. I do that sometimes. See if we got enough on the brush to... that'd be nice not to have to put any more on. Is it doing anything? Yeah, kinda. And I do have to... there's a red and a yellow knob. I can't remember one side or the other has it, and I want to make sure that I get that on there. I'm gonna put a little bit more here because we're gonna get the sponge out and do the same, do some work on the try to get most of that. And here we go. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. That looks so awesome. Kind of give it a little chip around there. I really like that. I'll try to give you a close-up of that. That turned out how I envisioned it in my head. I really like that. And also what I'm going to do once this is dry, I ordered a kit. I have this stuff for decal set that came with one of my testers kits, but I ordered some microsol and microset, and it came with two other bottles too. The set did, and one is the micro mask, which I'm going to use to mask off a lot of the... I'm going to try that on the USS Iowa to... because originally I wanted a wood deck for it. Kind of getting off topic here, but I got it right here. I might as well just show it. If you're interested in seeing this build, check out one of the other videos. But I ended up spraying all the gray, thinking I'd put a wood deck down or whatever, and now that I can't find one, I'm kind of wishing I would have sprayed the deck, the wood color, and did that work before spraying the rest of it. But it turned out pretty good with the black stripe and the water line, and then the red underneath. But I'll be working on that. I'm gonna do all these little details. I'm gonna try that micro mask on it to see if I can't see if that won't work a little bit better, because that's a lot of taping. A lot of those details are so small it'd be hard to tape off. Anyways, back to this. I gotta check this out one more time. I really like that. That is awesome. But the fourth bottle, that's where I was going with that story. The fourth bottle, it's got the microsol micro set, it's got the micro mask, and then there's something they call micro clear that is like this, I'm thinking. But the bottle looks like it's clear. It's not that milky color the way it looked. But I'm going to put that in the bigger gauges to kind of give it that reflective look. I'm going to try to do that. So that's kind of why I went on a different angle there when I started rambling there. My brain gets excited about certain things and has to talk about it, evidently. But that is that. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side. Boy, that really ended up being quick. So that's good. So let's see if we can have any luck. Get the tweezers out. Now I do want to get one of those pair of tweezers that are backwards so that when you release it, they... I don't know if they're backwards, but anyways, they lock. And that would be a lot better for this, I think, but until that day, that's just the way it's going to be. We'll use this. So I'm going to try to attempt, and I've never sponge chipped, I don't believe. On the P40, I kind of did some chipping with a paintbrush, but I wanted to do a little chipping here. I'm like where his little feet are gonna be. I kind of really did a little too much there. But like that, where his feet are gonna be. Scratch this up a little bit because that's not gonna be all nice and painted. I imagine getting in and out of the seat's gonna cause a little bit of chipping here and there. Probably the back of the seat. From hopping in and out of this thing. I don't want to get too crazy, but I do want to probably a little bit more there. Do some irregular, I'd imagine maybe around the stick a little bit, like that. I would think the top area from hopping in and out would be probably the most chipped up. And probably this platform, it goes down a little bit to the next level for the gunner. I could see where that would probably have a little bit. Some random. The guy jumping down into the seat. Of course here. A lot of foot traffic right here, I would think. And then we'll top of the seat. Do some scratching. Don't want to get it on the... Might put a little bit of more paint there. I didn't want to get too crazy with it, but it's definitely not going to be brand new looking. And actually, now that I think about it, I am going to want this to dry before maybe we'll glue the figures in before I put the halves together. I want to do a little bit on the... There we go. I think the fronts of those seats would be a little chipped up too, the painted area. A little bit more where his feet are gonna be touching. There we go. I'm trying to get the front of it nice and chipped up, but I don't want to get like the I'd think a little more here probably, because I'd imagine you'd crawl down and hit the seat, and your feet would probably hit here before resting on the... It'd definitely be here for the rudder pedals for sure, but I don't think we need to go much more than that. That's maybe around the back a little bit on the top. So we'll do that. A little heavier right here. Why not? Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. I'll try to give you a close-up of what we did there as well. I think the majority of the wear would be around the pedals and around the where they would hop in, like the seat tops and what have you. And I was going to paint the seat belts on here, but then I stuck the figures on there, and it completely covers it. Plus, I am going to have to chip that paint off and chip the undersides of the pilot and gunner here to... I'm going to super glue them in, but still I need to remove that paint where they're going to be attached to, just to give it good adhesion. It'd be a bummer to put the canopy glass on and then all of a sudden one of the figures pops out someday and then it sits there and rattles in there. But I think we're going to call that a video. I'm happy with the results of that. And the next time we work on this, we'll do that. I'm thinking of giving these two a wash too. I debated on giving them a flat lacquer, and because I like the way they turned out, but the white seat belt is a little too clean looking, so I'd kind of like to give it a panel line accent color on at least the yellow vest and the that area, just to give it make the details pop, because that vest has got some nice detail in it too. You can't really see because it's one solid color, and it looks like they did do that on the box. So I didn't do that to the P40 Pilot, but I think I will do it to this one. But anyways, we got some work done on the Stuka, and I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.